Hey, Hank. Look, will you take Sheridan home and stick close to her till I finish up here?
Yeah.
All right? Right now, you're all that stands between Sheridan and whoever's trying to kill her.
Must you be so melodramatic? No one is trying to kill me.
Look, Sheridan, have you noticed that every time you say that, someone makes an attempt on your life?
Oh yeah, like the invisible assassin at Lover's Point tonight?
Well, you really are the queen of denial, aren't you?
And you are such a control freak.
Excuse me, I'll be right back.
You know, I'm tired of being cooped up for no reason.
No reason a hitman could have you in his sights right now, okay?
Stop stalling, Hank. When you take Sheridan back to the cottage, kill her or face the consequences.
You know, it's funny that I never noticed how much Ethan looks like our son Noah. They could be brothers.
You really think so?
Oh yeah, I mean Ethan's got the Bennett eyes.
No, Ethan is your child. Yours and mine. Ethan is our son.
Sam? Sam? Oh, you have really been somewhere else since we got home. Of course. I know what's going on.
Father, you can't be serious about skipping over me and making Ethan the next Crane heir. This is merely a scare tactic to keep me in line, to make me do a better job.
No, Julian. Ethan will be the next head of the Crane family empire. He's in. You're out.
What have I done, Pilar? All of my dreams for Ethan are about to come true, and I have put them all in jeopardy by telling Sam that Ethan is his son, not Julian's. Oh, of course Sam will want Ethan to know the truth. And when he does, Ethan will never accept the reins of the Crane Empire. It's just not in his nature to take something that's not rightfully his.
Ethan will lose more than just being named Alistair's heir. He'll lose his identity as a Crane, and that will destroy him. Your lust for Sam Bennett will have cost you the most important person in the world to you, your son.
No! No. I came back because you never had a chance to tell me how you feel about me. I told you I love you, Ethan. Do you love me?
Silly to think that Teresa's after Ethan. I want to make sure that he knows I am so sorry for the way I behaved earlier. And one more goodnight kiss.
Kiss me. That will tell me what I want to know.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places, and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me highest. Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
There is no proof that a hitman is still trying to kill me.
Look, Sheridan, I'd rather be safe than sorry, all right? Which is why I want you home with Hank until I finish up here. Now, I'd go with you, but I gotta finish this report on the sinking of the prom boat, okay?
At least no one died tonight.
Yeah, and I'd like to keep it that way.
Damn the consequences. I won't kill Sheridan. I don't see that you have a choice. Eliminating Sheridan will put money in your pocket and erase your debt with us. But if you refuse, the cost to you will be enormous.
All right, Hank. Now, I'm trusting you to take Sheridan home, no matter what she says otherwise. And don't assume the cottage is safe until you check it out, all right, bud?
For heaven's sakes, Louis, stop worrying. I feel perfectly safe with Hank. I trust him with my life.
Sheridan should be safe until I get there.
I know that look on your face, Sam. I know what's going on.
Grace, what are you talking about?
Sam, you always tense up when you have a hard time solving a case. I mean, did the paper report on a crime that you're all preoccupied with?
Am I such an open book that you can always tell when something's on my mind?
After all these years, I know you inside out. It's one of the joys of my marriage. Being so connected with you, so in sync. So, let me help you out. I'll be your sounding board, your Watson to your Sherlock Holmes. So, who's this case involve? A man or a woman?
Both. And the son they may have made together.
Father, I demand that you give me another chance. Ethan is too young, too inexperienced.
How dare you use that tone with me?
You're right, Pilar. I went too far. I let my lust for Sam win out over reason. I have been so obsessed. I haven't been thinking clearly. I actually thought that Sam would let himself love me again if he knew we had a child together. And now my only hope is that he forgets I ever mentioned it.
Do you honestly believe that a man like Sam Bennett will forget being told that he has a son he knew nothing about?
Well, what am I gonna do? How do I fix it?
I'm afraid it's too late. As soon as Sam realizes you're telling the truth, he will want to do what any caring, loving father would do. Sam is going to want to bond with his son.
Oh, and when Julian knows the truth, that's the kiss of death for Ethan.
Look, Teresa, kissing you won't solve anything. There's something I have to tell you.
Speak to me. Tell me what's in your heart.
Hello?
So what happened with Ethan? Did you make him see Teresa for the scheming social climber that she really is?
No, Mother. Ethan made me realize I was foolish to let you put such crazy notions about Teresa in my head. She's not after him any more than he's interested in her.
How can you be such a dimwit? I am telling you, the housekeeper's daughter is out to snag herself a rich husband at your expense.
But Mother, both Ethan and Teresa assured me that's not the case.
Well, what does Ethan know? He's a man. He's genetically incapable of spotting a gold digger. And as for Teresa, she's not going to be honest with you. Take my advice, Gwen. Kill the snake before you find out it's poisonous. Otherwise, it may be too late.
Teresa, I do have feelings for you. Deep feelings. In some ways, you are the most unusual woman I've ever known. I mean, you've done so many wonderful things for me. And we've had such wonderful times together. I value our friendship so highly.
I'm glad you value our friendship, Ethan. I mean, people who love each other should be friends. Best friends. It's the cornerstone of every good marriage. And I know ours will last a lifetime.
I like having you guard me, Hank. I feel safe and relaxed with you around. Not that I don't feel safe with Luis, I do, but just whenever we're together, we seem to rub each other the wrong way.
Well, Luis is what he is. There's no change in him.
Or understanding him. I mean, like tonight, Luis hates my family with a passion, yet he put his life at risk to save Ivy. And all the times he's put himself in harm's way to save me. Why?
That's Luis. You know, he always does the right thing. With him, it's instinctive.
Luis, I just... Instinctive. Well, how about some coffee?
I'd love a cup.
Great. Keep an eye out for any hitmen. I'll be right back.
Yep. Luis always does the right thing. I wish I was more like him that way.
Don't be silly, Hank. You always do the right thing.
No, not always.
Grace, I really don't want to talk about this particular case right now. At least, not until I'm sure the information I was given checks out. And then maybe, we'll sit down and I'll get into it with you, but, maybe. It all depends.
This isn't just another case, is it, Sam? I mean, something else is going on. Something that affects you personally, or you wouldn't be this upset.
Grace, I wish you wouldn't worry about me so much.
Sam, I can't help it. I love you. And I trust that you wouldn't keep anything important from me. I mean, nothing that would affect our family.
Is that what you think I'm doing?
Maybe I'm being silly here, but I would like to hear you say that you wouldn't keep anything important from me, whatever it is.
Grace, I love you. You are my partner for life. It would kill me to keep something important from you.
I knew that you wouldn't. This case is really troubling you, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be, yeah.
I know what it's about. I know why this case has you so upset.
Once Sam tells Ethan that he's his father, Ethan will renounce everything he's not entitled to, starting with the Crane Empire.
But I don't see what I've done that justifies removing me as your heir.
The mere fact that you're blind to your failures and blatant debauchery is all the more reason to give you the boot. My one regret is that I didn't do it sooner. Effective immediately, Ethan will be groomed as my heir.
For years, I have done my duty as Mrs. Julian Crane, and in the process, I have sacrificed all of my happiness for Ethan's sake. I had urges, and I had needs that went unfulfilled because I stayed away from Sam. I could have had other men, but I didn't want them any more than I wanted to jeopardize Ethan's future. And then one day, Sam Bennett becomes chief of police. He walks through that door just to talk to Julian about Luis. And I lost it. I lost decades of self-control. Sam became an obsession, and all I could do was think about him and wanting him, no matter what the consequences. And now, my lust for Sam will destroy everything I have worked so hard for.
Teresa, I don't know how to put this to you.
Say whatever it is you want. No one will interrupt us now that Gwen's gone home.
Mother, I trust Ethan completely.
Men are powerless to resist the siren song of a seductress like Teresa. Stake your claim, Gwen. Please do not leave his side until the wedding.
But Mother, Teresa's helping us plan the wedding.
Well, then use it to your advantage. Send her to Jordan for almonds. Send her to France for champagne. Short of killing her, do whatever it takes to keep her away from your man.
I am so glad that we have this whole night to be together because there's so much I want to tell you, Ethan. But first, I want you to tell me how you feel about me.
Teresa.
Please, just say you love me.
I'm glad you're here, Hank. It's been a while since we've spent an evening alone together. Hello?
Oh, good. You're there.
Yes, still here. No hitmen in sight.
Look, I'm almost through here. You and Hank doing okay?
Everything's fine. I just feel bad having Hank waste his time babysitting me.
Look, you may think that he's wasting his time, but I don't.
No, Of course not. Luis Lopez Fitzgerald is right about everything.
Why do you fight with me all the time?
Look, I have to go. My coffee's getting cold. Can you believe Luis is still convinced that someone's trying to get me? Hank, what's the matter? You seem more tense than I've ever seen you before. It's about that guilt trip that Luis dumped on you about protecting me.
Your safety's all I can think about.
Look, Hank, relax. No one's out to get me. Here. What's going on?
What do you mean?
The gun, Hank. What's going on? You said that you'd gotten rid of this. What are you still doing with it?
Hank. I mean, the case that has you so upset is obviously your brother, Hank.
Why would you say that, Grace?
Well, because cases don't get you so upset unless there's something personal. And the only person in our family that has anything to do with the crime is Hank. I mean, his muggers are still at large. That really gets to you.
Yeah, you're right. Hank's mugging has been bothering me. I don't know what Hank's been up to lately. He seems to be making another play for Sheridan Crane.
And that has you worried?
But I worry about anyone getting too close to the Cranes. I mean, Luis, Hank, I warned them both about getting too tight with that family. I mean, the Cranes have a nasty habit of wreaking havoc on other people's lives.
Julian and Alistair maybe, but you and TC were just talking about how nice Ethan and Sheridan are.
I just don't want Hank to get hurt by Sheridan, like Luis did.
Sam, how can true love cause pain?
It can, Grace. Trust me.
Maybe I'm just being a big romantic, but imagine Hank marrying Sheridan. I mean, aside from Julian, I think it would really be fun to have Ivy and Ethan and all the other Cranes as in-laws.
Well, I don't.
Look, you were just defending Ethan, and Ivy is only a Crane by marriage.
Look, I don't care. Ivy's just as bad as the rest of the damn Cranes.
Sam, what is with this sudden anger towards Ivy? I mean, did something happen that I don't know about?
Ethan, open your heart and tell me what you feel for me.
Mother, you make Teresa sound like a threat to the free world. She's not.
No, but she is a threat to you.
I'm sorry, Mom, I don't see it.
Well, fortunately for both of us, I do. Go to Ethan now. Claim him. Make him yours. Do not take a chance of losing him, Gwen.
Don't worry, Mother. I'm not going to lose Ethan. And God help any woman who tries to take him away from me.
I told you how I felt about you when I thought we were going to die. And now I want you to tell me. Do you love me?
Please don't tell Luis and Sam, okay? They'll only get upset.
Like I'm not? You lied to me, Hank. You said that you'd get rid of that.
I know. I'm sorry I upset you, Sheridan, okay? But I just didn't think that I should be protecting you unarmed. In the 1,000,000 chances somebody might come after you.
I guess you have a point. It's I hate guns. I hate any kind of violence. Look, I'm sorry I snapped at you. I know you're only using it to try and guard me. It's just, I guess, sometimes people have to do things they wouldn't normally do.
Yeah, you know? I mean, sometimes people get backed in the corners, and the only way they can get out of it is if they do something that they know is wrong.
Are you one of those people, Hank? I can tell that there's something you're not telling me. Would it help to talk about it?
No. I mean, you know, everything's fine, you know, I was just speaking hypothetically.
Okay. I want you to know, though, that if you ever do need to talk, I'm here for you. Hey, I forgot the forks. I'll be right back.
Why the hell did Les have to put me in this position? Who am I kidding? It's my own damn fault.
Eliminating Sheridan will erase your debt to us and put money in your pocket. But if you refuse, the cost to you will be enormous. The cost to you will be enormous. The cost to you will be enormous.
What happened? What's wrong? I was right. There's something you're not telling me.
Sam, what have you got against Ivy all of a sudden? I mean, I know you have never been her biggest fan, but what has she ever done to you?
I just think Ivy's getting as bad as the rest of the Cranes. In my book, that's not good.
Well, then all the more reason for Hank to marry Sheridan.
Excuse me?
Look, Sam, if the Bennetts and the Cranes are in-laws, then two families from two different worlds will mix. And I happen to think that all that interaction will actually be good for the whole town.
Oh, you're such a good-hearted person. I mean, you never see bad in other people. I mean, unfortunately, most people aren't like you. They envy those who have more than you do.
Well, I just hope you don't think I'm one of those people that envies the Cranes for their wealth and their position, because I don't. I have got everything in the world I could ever want, starting with a perfect husband. And I can understand how you would envy Julian.
What are you talking about?
Look, Julian has something that you want. I mean, you've never admitted it, you've done your best to hide it. But it is obvious that it is your heart's desire.
I assume the acoustics were good enough for you to hear everything Father said to me.
Yes, Julian, we heard everything.
Well, if you think it's time to break out the bubbly darling, think again. Would you excuse us, Pilar? I'm sure you have your knickknacks to polish. You are loving this, aren't you? To see me deposed as the head of Crane Industries, and your precious Ethan installed in my place. Well, it's not gonna happen, sweetheart. I won't give up, not without a fight. I've been the dutiful son way too long. Yes, Father, no, Father, whatever you say, Father. Damn that old man! And damn you! I will not allow anyone to take what is rightfully mine. Ethan may be my son, but I come first.
Why are you yelling at me? I wouldn't have been able to eavesdrop if you hadn't had Alistair on speakerphone.
This is all your fault.
Oh, my fault. And what did I do?
You went on that blasted prom boat with Sam and Grace Bennett. If I hadn't had to come after you, there would have been no run-in with the Russells, no drugs, or whatever it was put in my drink, and Father wouldn't be upset. I'd be sitting pretty instead of out on my... God! You went on that prom boat for some reason other than to chaperone a bunch of acne-riddled teenagers. You're up to something. You've got a secret. When I find out what it is, I'm going to ruin you. I'm going to stop you from using Ethan against me. I will get back my rightful place in this family, no matter who gets hurt.
Ethan, it's Gwen. I have something to tell you.
Gwen, what are you doing here? I thought you'd gone home.
I forgot I left my purse in your sister's room when I changed clothes. I couldn't leave without giving you another goodnight kiss and telling you again how much I love you.
Well, good night. Be careful.
Oh, with my mother waiting for me, I'm in no rush to get home.
Why? Did something happen?
Oh, she just called me on my cell phone. She was checking up on the threat from Teresa, saying she's a snake trying to get her fangs in you and marry up. Don't worry, I assured my mother that there is no threat from the housekeeper's daughter. And I really still hope you're not angry with me for being suspicious of Teresa. I mean, I said I was sorry, and you were right. Teresa is no threat to our relationship.
No, Gwen.
You don't need to apologize. Oh, good night.
Ethan, why are you standing here with the door half closed? It's like you want to get rid of me or something. I mean, is there a reason you don't want me to come in?
Yeah, well, everyone on the boat is safe and accounted for. So I'll have a report on the prom boat sinking typed up and finished by tomorrow morning. All right.
Officer Lopez Fitzgerald.
Oh, Agent Freeman. I didn't know the FBI was investigating the sinking of the prom
We're
boat.
not. I'm here about Sheridan Crane. Where is she? Why isn't she with you?
She's with my friend Hank. There's nothing to worry about.
Are you crazy?
What's going on? Why did you break that?
Sometimes things get to be a little more than I can handle, okay? I don't know what to do.
Does this have to do with what we were discussing earlier, doesn't it?
I can't get into it with you, Sheridan, okay? I just can't.
Feel helpless, cornered. I think I understand.
You do?
Yeah. I mean, first you were beaten up and left to die, and then you spent a whole night worrying about the people you loved because of the terrible danger that they were in on that prom boat. I have those feelings myself, Hank. All of a sudden you find yourself backed into a corner and there's nothing that you can do. That explains why you felt the need to have the gun here to protect me. You know, by having that gun here tonight, you felt like you had some sort of control on whether I lived or died.
What do you think Julian has that I want?
Look, Sam, we talked about this before. I know that you always wanted Noah to have a brother. And Julian has 2 sons.
Look, I don't need Ethan as my son.
Look, why bring Ethan into this?
Oh my God. I was just seeing Ethan's picture in the paper, and TC was talking about him
I was
earlier.
saying that Ethan and Noah could be brothers.
I'm really, I'm just worn out.
Yeah. Well, I think everything that happened tonight is just sinking in, and here I am talking up a blue streak.
Grace, it's not you.
Look, Sam, really, you don't have to try to make me feel better. I mean, you always want me to think that everything's perfect and that you weren't upset that you didn't have another son.
I never, ever think that you failed me. You're the best wife that I could ever have. I love you. No girls, no matter how much they fight. Charity. And Noah, our only son. I don't need another son, Grace. I don't.
I have to figure out a way to stop Alistair from anointing Ethan as his heir. How think, Julian, think. When that old tyrant dies, I have to be head of this family and its empire, not Ethan. What Father needs is a cooling off period. Yes, time to put things in perspective, perhaps. I know. I'll turn his attention to Ivy. Her sins will make my supposed failures and shortcomings pale in comparison. He'll forget he even planned to demote me. Out with it, woman!
What?
You're hiding something, and I intend to find out what it is. And when I do, I'll tell Father, and you'll be his #1 problem, not me.
Julian, you are grasping at straws.
Oh, Pilar knows your secret, doesn't she?
Don't be absurd, Julian. I have no secret.
You're lying. I doubt that I'd get the truth out of her either. You've made sure of that.
Okay, you're boring me. I'm going to bed.
What about Ethan? Does your son know his mother's dirty little secret?
Ethan, is there a reason you're not letting me come in?
Come in, see for yourself. What are you giggling at?
Myself. For letting my mother get me all worked up again about Teresa. Ethan, she almost had me believing that you and Teresa both were lying to me, that she really is in love with you, and somehow managed to sneak in here the minute I left. Imagine you and the housekeeper's daughter.
You bitch. I should pull your blonde hair out by its black roots and choke you with it.
I can't wait until we're married and I can stop listening to my mother's paranoid ravings. She is being paranoid, right, Ethan? You and Teresa would never go behind my back, would you? You don't have any romantic feelings for Teresa, right?
How could I when I'm engaged to you?
Good, that's exactly what I needed to hear. Good night, sweetheart.
Good night.
What was that? Ethan, is there someone in here with you?
Why do you think I'm crazy?
This buddy of yours, Hank, who is he? How long have you known him?
He's Chief Bennett's younger brother, and I've known him my whole life. I'm sure he'll take good care of Sheridan.
That's debatable.
Well, why? Did something happen?
The Bureau just got a tip. The drug cartel has hired someone else to kill Miss Crane.
Who?
We don't have a name. But it's someone local.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, we've been here for a while and nothing's happened.
No, not yet.
And nothing is going to happen. Despite what Luis thinks, I'm not in any danger. Unless you're the one who's coming to get me.
Hello? Did you do your job, Hank? Is Sheridan dead?
You're gonna have to excuse me a moment. I gotta take this call. It's about somebody wanting me to do a job for him or something. Look, Sheridan's alive, and she's gonna stay that way, okay? I won't do it. Do you hear me? I won't kill her.
This is your last chance, Hank. Do it, or suffer the consequences.
What are you saying, exactly?
You have family here in Harmony. Your brother, his wife, their kids.
No. No, you wouldn't.
Of course I wouldn't. In New York Minute. Now, their lives are in your hands, Hank. You can kill Sheridan Crane, or I'll start thinning out the Bennett clan. Now, what's it gonna be?
Does Ethan know your secret? Did you tell your precious son what you're hell-bent on hiding from me?
There is nothing for Ethan to know. Now let go of me, you bastard!
Not till you tell me a secret!
Go of
now
me!
tell me what you're hiding! Tell me now!
Let go of me!
Ay, Dios mío. Ivy's locket is open. Julian could see the picture of Sam, and if he does, he'll discover Ivy's secret, and Ethan and his mother's life will be destroyed.
Damn it! What is your secret?
Been a long day. We should go to bed.
I'm still having a hard time believing it.
You coming?
Yeah, I'm gonna check in with the station first. I won't be long.
Good night.
Good night. my son? I'm not gonna rest until I know for sure. Maybe there's a clue on the internet.
Wow, your mother's really done a number on you, Gwen. She's got you hearing things on top of being paranoid.
Oh, you're right. I'm just being silly. Enough of this craziness for one night. I'm just going home. Sweet dreams.
Night.
I almost wish that Gwen had found me with you.
Teresa, you can't be serious.
I am. It tore me apart to hear you say to Gwen that you couldn't have feelings for me.
Look, Teresa, I don't want you to be upset. Look, I didn't want to hurt Gwen. That's why I said what I said. But I didn't mean it.
What did you really mean to say, Ethan? What do you feel in your heart? Tell me the truth, Ethan. Please. I have to know now.